Hi friends, welcome back to my training series. I hope you're doing well and I hope you're hanging in there. Well, another week of life and training are behind us, and I am now just over a week from the Divide 200, my last planned event for this year. I'm really excited to get to the starting line and see my friends and have an adventure. This week I did start setting aside some gear and nutrition for my drop bags, but I didn't get as far into that project as I wanted to, so I'll be nailing down all the logistics early this week. So let's talk about last week's training. On Monday I had a rest day, but I did end up going for a really light little run to go pick up a vehicle. On Tuesday, my running assignment was about 78 minutes of easy running with some speed pickups, 6 times 30 seconds with 2.5 minutes easy in between. I finished up after 73 minutes and ran 4.7 miles with 453 feet of gain. And then after work, I joined my weekly yoga class over Zoom. On Wednesday, I was assigned 75 to 90 minutes of easy running. I did a road and paved path route that was nice and easy. I finished 7.6 miles in 80 minutes. On Thursday, my assignment was LT intervals with 5 times 6 minutes hard and 3 minutes easy. These intervals were hard as usual. I ran for a total of 85 minutes and did 7 miles with 1,000 feet of gain. On Friday, I was assigned 40 minutes of either rowing or easy running. I wanted to watch Chad Higgins' new video about running of his first 100-miler at the Ute 100, so I got on the indoor rower. On Saturday, I was assigned 4 to 4.5 hours of endurance running. Leah and I drove down to Tiger Mountain and went out for 4.5 hours. It's another big spider. Oh, come on, sorry, spider. Fuck me. Oh man. This trail is all spider webs. And I keep walking through them. I wonder if I should give up on this trail and go somewhere else. There's so many spiders. There's another big one. Sorry, big guy. I'm gonna squeeze past you, please. I don't want to bother you. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Jesus, another one. It was a slow day. I wasn't feeling very strong, but I did get back to the car in 4 hours and 34 minutes. I did 13.5 miles with 3,600 feet of gain. On the drive home, Leah and I talked about how tired both of us felt during our runs, and the consensus is that our Thursday and Friday meals just were insufficient for fueling this long Saturday run. And nutrition remains to be the thing I need to work on. Finally, on Sunday, I was assigned a 2-hour run.
I'm covered in spider webs.
I knocked down a couple up higher. I love you. I'll see you in a little bit. energy levels and ability to run was a little bit better than the day before. In 2 hours, I finished 7.6 miles with nearly 1,500 feet of gain. Overall, I got through the week, but I didn't always feel very strong. I finished the week running 10 hours and 45 minutes for a total of 42.6 miles. I don't really love that my level of fitness feels so low as it does going into Divide 200. I was feeling a little bit more energetic than this going into Cocodona 250 back in May, and that race ended up quite a struggle. So I'm going to eat a lot this next week, try to pack on as many calories into this vessel as I can as I get ready for the run next week. And I'm just going to think positive thoughts and look forward to the adventure. All right, well, some folks posted some questions in the comments. First, Trails of an Old Runner asks if I feel like I let my coach down when I don't complete an assignment, and also asks if my coach updates my plan weekly. Well, my coach does update my schedule weekly. Usually on Sunday is when my calendar for the next week is updated. And as to if I'm letting my coach down, I don't think I'm letting my coach down. I don't really ever consider that. But the worst part about skipping or not finishing a workout isn't my coach, but is this channel. I don't like admitting to you when things aren't awesome. But some people like that about this place. So I just tell you how it goes, how my life actually is, and it's just life. Patrick has a related question asking for my take on moving a prescribed workout around when life happens. Is it better to deviate from the plan and skip something, or move workouts around so that at least all the work gets done? Well, Patrick, I don't usually move my training around. If I miss a workout, I don't usually make it up at a different time, although I did think about it this last week. After missing that strength workout on Thursday, I was thinking about doing it the next day on Friday. But then I had the thought that Friday is meant to be an easy day before the Saturday long run. So anyway, I chose not to make it up on Friday. Generally, if I miss a workout, I just move on. Justin asks if I've done a backyard last runner standing type event. Justin, good to hear from you. No, I haven't. And so far, I haven't been tempted either. It does seem like a fun environment, though. I can imagine always coming back to the same place. There's probably kind of a party atmosphere going on. Seems like a pretty fun vibe. Also looks like quite a mental challenge that to keep going back out. Maybe someday I'll try it. I think I'd kind of like to try it someday, but I'm not really in a hurry. JG45s experienced some chafing from running during a drenching storm and asks about how to prevent or what to do. Well, the times that I've experienced chafing up high between my legs has also been due to wetness, usually sweat wetness, and I've known other runners to have quite the same experience. So I think first off, if you can, drying off and cleaning off would be a great place to start if that's possible. Of course, during the middle of a storm, that probably isn't going to be. And also I've had good luck with squirrel's nut butter. On my recent long runs, when I've known that I was going to be sweating a whole lot and I was going to soak my shorts, I've pre-lubed before leaving and carried an extra thing of squirrel's nut butter in my pack to reapply if necessary. So if you had happened to have some squirrel's nut butter with you during that drenching storm, I think you could have maybe lubed up really quick before you had a chance to chafe, and that might have solved the problem. Maybe just add some nut butter into your pack as something you carry with you, as part of your emergency kit. Because I've had good luck with lubing, and I think a lot of other people have had similar experience, so I might try that. Terry asks if I wear larger trail shoes versus road shoes. Well, I know a lot of runners talk about doing this, and some runners will even take a larger pair of shoes into an ultra to change into later on in the race if their feet swell. I haven't done that though, or I should say I don't do that though. I wear the same size in both road and trail shoes, and I don't change into larger shoes later in an ultra. I do smash my toes quite a lot. But like you mentioned, I've tried larger shoes and they just didn't feel quite right. Saeed asks if I've had to deal with altitude sickness, and also asks if it is a good idea to switch to liquid fueling if he doesn't feel like eating solid food. Well, I haven't had to deal with altitude sickness, thankfully, so I'm sorry I don't have any experience that I can share with you on that one. I have, however, switched to liquid calories during times when I was battling nausea. I can remember a couple races where after vomiting and then feeling unwell for a little while, in addition to the hydration and nutrition mix that I had in my chest bottles, when I got to aid stations, I would drink Coke and broth in order to get my calories up. In these ultras, you have to get calories in. So if solid food's not going to work for you, then I think you got to do what you got to do. Lastly, Aaron asks about the stats that are shown in the Training Peaks screenshots in these videos. Hi Aaron, I'm totally not an expert when it comes to Training Peaks data. So I put a link to the help page, which can link you to pages about the fatigue and the form and fitness and the training stress score. All that stuff is defined on Training Peaks help pages. And I've looked at them and I kind of have an idea that fitness has to do with how fit you are, and fatigue has to do with how tired your body is. Form is somehow the difference between them, but I don't look at that data when I look at Training Peaks. I'm pretty much only looking at my workouts and then report how it went. I don't really look at that data, although I think my coach does. So I'm not an expert on it, so I put a link in the description below so you can read about it. Okay, thank you all for your questions this week. If you have a question you'd like me to answer in a future video, put it in the comments below. I'll be leaving next weekend for the Divide 200, so I'm going to try to get a video done before I leave town. Fingers crossed it works out. Otherwise, that's it for now. I hope you have a great week next week, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.